Let's see. Still loading. I'm just waiting for it to finish loading. Then I'm gonna be sharing my screen in a bit. You guys able to see?
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Okay. Um, gosh, I don't know why it keeps on turning. Okay. Okay. Cool. Now we're gonna start with the question 3. Okay. This question over here, they say which type of numbers in the number system are defined by the following: number that extend or numbers that extend the natural number and a whole number systems by including the operation a minus b, where a is greater or less than b. Um, okay, guys, I think I need to change my settings. I'm gonna be back now. Do not disturb. Okay, guys, are you able to see?
No, ma'am.
No.
Now we can see, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So let's get into our question. Um, okay, let's just leave it there. Oh, okay, cool. So it says what type of numbers is the number system are defined by the following: numbers that extend the natural number and a whole number system by including operations a minus b, where a is less than b. So the numbers that extend the natural number or whole number system by including the operation a minus b, where a is less than b. What does this mean? Do you understand that statement, guys? So basically what they're saying here, they say the numbers that extend what? The natural number and the whole number system by including the operation a minus b, where a is less than b. So basically, let's pick a number. For a, we can say our a is 1, and then our b has to be what? has to be any number that is less than no, that is greater than A, right? Because A is less. So 1 is less than 2, ne? So our A can be what? A can be 1 and our B can be 2. So they say operation is A minus B, which is 1 minus 2. What do you get when you minus 1 minus it by 2? You're gonna get a negative 1. And then let's say example, you pick another number. Let's say your now A is equal to 5, and then your B, you choose any number that is greater than A. Remember the what is um um 5 less than numbers above 5 is 6, 7, 8, and the rest. So you can say again is let's pick 9. So you're gonna say 5 minus 9 is what? 5 minus 9 is equal to negative 4. So you can actually see that whatever that you do, your the difference between the A and B are negative, right? Negative and negative. Even if you pick another one, let's say you pick this time you pick a 3 for your A, and then you pick a what? You pick a 10. So 3 minus 10 is equal to negative 7, okay? So you see, this is also a negative number. So we can now conclude that the number or the types of the numbers are integers because they are negatives, okay? And they extend a natural number or a whole number system. Is that clear? So it's integers. It's integers, right? Everybody, are we all happy? Are we all happy, guys? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move to the next question. And let's go to the next question. So the next question says the following statements are incorrect. Write down the correct version of each statement. The following statements are incorrect. Write down the correct version of each and every statement. So the first statement that we are having here, Busisiwe, is cube root of negative 64, they say is equal to minus 8. What is the correct version of it? Busi, what's the correct version of the cube root of 64?
Ma'am,
Hmm?
the correct statement is cube root of negative 64 equals negative 4, ma'am.
Cube root of negative 64.
Ma'am, equals, yes, ma'am, equals negative 4.
Is that true, guys? False. Or true? True. The true or false? Langeli clear?
Ma'am, may you please repeat?
What is the correct answer?
The correct answer for that sum, we already answered. Or something else.
For that one, that's the answer.
Please give me a moment.
Guys, just make sure that when I ask a question, and I asked Busisiwe, does not mean you shouldn't do it on your side. You should also do it. So when I ask you to verify, you should also tell me the answer that you got there, okay? And the answer is 4 minus 4, you said Busisiwe, right?
So it's negative 64. You're negative 4, actually. Negative 4.
Yes, ma'am. I said it's -4, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move to number 2. 3.2.2 says -4 minus in brackets -6 is equal to -10. How much is this one, Grace?
2.
2, +2, right? So it's 2. And then let's go to the 3.2.3 says square root of -9. What is square root of -9? What is square root of -9?
Ma'am, it says error.
Error. So it's undefined, yeah? Okay. And then let's go to 3.2.4. Angeli says in brackets -5 to the power of 2 is equal to -25. What's going to be the correct answer for this?
The answer to -5 to the power of 2 is positive 25.
Positive 25. So it's 25 like that, okay? Let's get into some real stuff, which is 3.3 here. They say calculate the following: 5 into -2 to the power of 2 minus 15 divided by 3 without the use of a calculator, no? So when they've given you like a question like this, Langeli said they say 5 in brackets 5, and then another bracket in the side they have -2 to the power of 2, and then minus 15 divided by 3, and they didn't mention that you didn't use a calculator. It doesn't mean that you're going to use the calculator, because they didn't say anything about the calculator, because there's no way that you can just put this whole thing on your calculator, Busisiwe, and then just get, maybe let's say your final answer is 3. You can't put this on your calculator and get a 3, and then expect to get 3 marks for that. So you need to show each and every step of how you arrived to your final answer, which is 3. Okay, guys. Grace, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's do this. So we have expression that you're seeing here that we need to calculate, and we mustn't use the calculator. Let's hear it. Grace, what is the first thing that we're gonna do? What does bottom say?
The first one is start by saying bracket 5, close bracket, open bracket, 4, close bracket, -15 divided by 3.
Wait, you said open bracket 5?
5,
Mm-hmm.
close the brackets,
Mm-hmm.
bracket 4,
Mm-hmm.
-15
Mm-hmm.
divided by 3.
Okay, that's good.
And then your next step is 20 minus 15 divided by 3.
What?
20 minus 15 divided by 3.
Okay.
And then you're going to be left with 5 divided by 15. I think I wrote it wrong.
What? You think?
And then you're going to take 15 divided by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then your final answer is going to be 5.
You're going to take 15 divided by 3. Wait, I didn't get the last step. What did you say? I mean, the second last.
Oh man, I think I made a mistake. You're going to minus 20 minus 15,
Mm-hmm.
which is 5 divided by 3, which is equal to 5 over 3.
Okay, 5/3. And okay. Remember, Grace, ne? After you have calculated for this, I would advise you to put the whole thing on your calculator. Like if you're writing a test or an exam, I would advise you to copy this whole thing to your calculator. I mean the original thing in it, the original expression, and then calculate how much you get. If you're on your calculator, you get 5/3, then you're happy. We move to the next. And then if maybe you get like a different answer, maybe let's say for example you get 5/2 and we got 5/3, you can just try to redo it or maybe note that it's incorrect. And then once you're done with everything after writing, you go to it to reattempt it, okay? And okay, I'm gonna ask who? I'm gonna ask Langelihle. Do you have any different answer that you want to give to me, or do you think this is it? Are you happy with it?
Wait, man, if you just give me a moment to revise everything. I just want to make sure of what one thing, man, and I'm confused about.
Busisiwe, okay, no problem. Busisiwe,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have anything to say?
Ma'am, I got a different answer.
Got a different answer. How is this different from yours?
Ma'am, my answer is 15, ma'am.
15.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to the 3 and the 20?
Ma'am, may I please tell you how I did it, ma'am?
Okay, this is Busi. Okay.
So, ma'am, I did the first step that Grace did, ma'am. So I said 5 times 4.
Mm.
And then I said minus 15 minus 15 divided by 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ma'am, I got 20 minus 5.
20 minus 5.
Then I got 15, ma'am. That's my final answer.
20 minus 5. Okay. So Grace, this is what you should do now. Remember, I said we have to consider BODMAS, ne? We have to consider BODMAS. So we are at a stage here where we did what? Where we um where we did what? Oh no. Let me try to, I don't know how I'm gonna remove it. Let me see. I just wanna remove this. Oh, okay. Okay, yes. We have what? We have BOD mass over here. So you see, we got rid of the brackets. We are happy with it. And then division, we have division. That means we're gonna start with division. See, we're not gonna start with the subtraction because subtraction is the last thing to do when you're trying to simplify. Okay, so we're going to divide. So that means the 20 will remain the same, and then we're going to have what? 15 divided by 3. What is 15 divided by 3? It's 5. Okay, so that means we have 20 minus 5. Do we have multiplication? No. Do we have addition? No. What do we have? Subtraction, which is the last one. That means we're just gonna say 20 minus 5, which is going to give us 15. Then our final answer is 15, right? Right, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move to this one. We have 2 minus open bracket -4 close bracket minus 2 open bracket 1 minus 4 um all divided by 1 minus 4, and this one will be taken by you, Langelihle. What is the first thing that we're gonna do?
Ma'am, first you write is the denominator. We'll write we'll write positive 8
+8. How did you get to +8?
by taking away the bracket for the wait. Wait, never mind. I want to retake my answer.
Mm-hmm.
May you please write 2 plus 4
2 plus 4. Mm-hmm.
minus 2
Minus 2
plus 8.
minus 2 plus 8.
As the denominator, you can write 3.
3.
Yes. Wait,
Mm,
-3, -3.
okay.
Then next you write 6 minus 6 as the numerator.
6 minus 6.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you as a denominator you write -3.
Mm-hmm.
Then your final answer will be 0 to the power of -3. Wait, no, as a fraction. I, I worded it out. I didn't word it out properly. It meant as the numerator 0 and the denominator -3.
0 divided by 3.
Yes,
What is 0 divided by 3?
it will be 0.
Is it? Now try to put this whole thing on your calculator and tell me if you're getting 0. If you're not getting 0, it's okay. Don't give me the number. I just want to check with you, Busisiwe. Are you still in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anything to say?
No, ma'am, I got the same answer.
The same answer. Okay. Um, let's see. Wait. Guys,
Ma'am, I got a different answer.
got a different answer. Let's hear about it. How is
Oh,
it different?
ma'am, I started by saying 2 plus 4 plus 6
2 plus 4 plus
plus
6.
6. Yes,
Mm,
ma'am.
How did you get the plus 6? Because the 2 plus 4,
Because I said negative 2 bracket 1 minus 4 close bracket is equal to 6.
you said what? Right, right, right. Can you say that again, please?
I said 2 plus 4 plus 6.
I want to know how did you get that 6?
So, ma'am, I said negative 2 bracket 1 minus 4. I wrote it on my calculator and it gave me positive 6.
So it's 2 plus 4 minus 2,
Plus 6.
3. So this is it. 1 minus 4 is negative 3, and then you're going to have 1 minus 4 like this. And then to remove the brackets, you're going to have what Grace is saying over here. 2 plus 4, because minus 2 multiplied 3 is equal to minus, actually it's a positive 6, sorry. So it's going to be plus 6, and then carry on with it,
Over negative 3,
divided by negative 3, okay?
which is equal to 12 over 3.
12 over 3,
And your final answer is going to be negative 4.
negative 4. So it's going to be 12 divided by negative 3, which is equal to negative 4. And Busisiwe, and you, Langelita, did you guys finish to re-multiply the answer? I mean, put it on your calculator, recalculate it. How much did you get?
Ma'am, when I put it in my calculator, I got negative 14 over 3.
Negative 14. I'm getting negative 4.
Me too, ma'am.
Langelita, that means you need to recalculate it. Maybe you made a mistake there. Let me try to zoom it in for you. Is this what you're having on your calculator? Exactly as it is? Remember, you when you start with calculating this, you put your fraction sign before you can put the numbers because it's a lot now. Then you punch all the numbers that are on your numerators and then go to the denominators.
Never mind, ma'am. I put it wrong, ma'am. The answer I got is negative.
Negative 4, that's good. Um, let's see, let's see. Let's see. We have this question 4 over here. Do we have any question on this? Calculation without the use of a calculator. So when you're calculating without the use of a calculator, this is very much important to you. Not that it's less important when you're not doing this part, but it's very much it plays a very huge role when you are calculating without the use of a calculator. Okay. Any question? Mm,
No, ma'am.
okay, that's good. That's that's good. That's good. Let's go to another question, which is question 4, whether they say the exponential form of 25 is written as 5 to the power of 2. What does the exponent tell us? Busisiwe, what does the exponent tell us?
Ma'am, that 5 was multiplied by itself twice, ma'am.
What does exponent tell us?
Ma'am, I think it tells us that 5 multiplied was multiplied by itself twice, ma'am.
Okay. Langeli here. What do you think exponent tell us?
Ma'am, I agree with Pussy's way, ma'am. It tells us that it timed by it's got timed by itself, ma'am.
Wait, what? It tells us what?
How many times it gets times by itself.
Wait, how many times?
It gets times by itself.
Okay. And Grace?
Ma'am, I agree with Langley.
Yeah, so basically exponent tell us how many times a number must multiply itself or should multiply itself. So if it's 5 to the power of 2, that means it'll be a 5 multiplied by 5. 5 to the power of 3, that means it's going to be 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So it basically tell you how much or how many times you have to multiply that same number, all right, as the base number, right, which is 5 in this case, right? Then let's move to 4.2. 4.2 says represent the following statement in exponential form. 7th to the 5th power. 7 to the 5th power. How are we going to write that? How are we going to write it?
7 to the power of 5.
7 to the power of 5. Is it this one? Or can you this one? Which one is it?
The one on the right.
The one on the right. Perfect. So it's 7 to the power of 5. 7 to the 5th power. Okay. Let's go to number 4.3. They say rewrite the following expression with positive exponent. Leave your answer in its simplest form. 3x to the power of 1 over 2. 3x to the power of negative 2. Rewrite the following expression with exponent that is positive. Object positive exponent, and then leave your answer in its simplest form. What is it gonna be?
Ma'am, you times the exponent -2 by -1.
We times the exponent by -1. And then what are we gonna have? So what is it gonna be?
2.
2. Our final
Yes, ma'am. Our final answer is gonna be 3x to the power of 2.
3x to the power
2.
positive 2. Okay. Busisi where?
Ma'am, Do you want the final answer, ma'am?
You can give me how you got to your answer as well.
No, I'm also not sure. But, ma'am, the answer I got is 3x to the power of, ma'am, positive 2.
But how do you get to the truth? See, how did you get to the truth?
Ma'am, I just, I put, ma'am, I said 1 over, 3x to, ma'am. Because, ma'am, when you say 1 over 3x negative 2, ma'am, it makes it a positive.
Wait, what?
Ma'am, like, ma'am, I remember you once told us that when we want to make,
What did I say?
ma'am, you said when we want to make the exponents positive, ma'am, we have to put, we have to put it, we have to say, ma'am, 1 over the exponent.
And then we're having a positive here.
Yes, ma'am.
And then this is it. This is your final answer.
Ma'am, it can, yes, ma'am, but I'm not sure, ma'am.
Okay. So this is Grace, this is Busi, and then you, Langeli Claire. What's your take on this?
Ma'am, the simplest form I could bring it to is the same as Pussy is, ma'am. I couldn't really do anything much with it, ma'am.
Sorry.
Ma'am, my answer is very similar to Pussy with as well, ma'am. I turned mine into a fraction.
Okay, and how do you, why are you saying that? I need to hear your reasons. Why 1 over that?
Because, ma'am, when moving a number to the other side, it can turn into a positive, ma'am. Turn to the opposite of what it was, like a negative turn to a positive, ma'am. So I tried doing that to, yes, ma'am, to turn into a positive. I don't know if it was correct or not.
Okay, Busi, see where you maybe have like a forgotten how I put it, but yes, you're absolutely correct. So I said when you are having a negative exponent, if you want to change it, you're going to say 1 over that thing, that thing, that whatever that you want to change so that it becomes a positive, right? So in this case, we had 3x to the power of -2. So if we want to like turn the exponent to be positive, we're going to say 1 over 3x to the power of 2, right? Or if you wanted to change the x, just the x, we can actually leave the 3 as the numerator, say 3 divided by x to the power of +2. It's still the same, right? Are we all happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait. So when you want to change an expression that needs to have like a positive exponent, you're just going to do what? You're just going to say 1 over the whole thing, right? 1 over the whole thing. Okay. Let's go to number 4.2. Sorry, 4.3.2. We have 2 divided by 5 to the power of 2. Sorry, to the power of -2. How are we going to do this? They said leave your answer in simplest form. How are we going to do this one, guys?
Work out what 5 to the power of -2.
What? What did you say, Grace?
We're gonna work out what 5 to the power of negative 2 is.
We're gonna work out 5 to the power.
What 5?
Is that what you said? Let's work it out. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you the one who was answering?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What were you saying? He's saying we're going to work out um 5 to the power of negative 2. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's work it out. How are we going to work it out?
It's equals to 1 over 25.
1 over 25. So what do I write?
Ma'am, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Okay, no problem. Busi. Or let's start with Langelihle this time. Langelihle.
Ma'am, I don't understand the question. I don't understand how we're supposed to answer it, ma'am. May you please explain?
Um who else is in here? Busi Siwe.
Ma'am,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, you want the final answer?
I don't want the final answer. I want the steps.
Okay, ma'am. I said 2 over 5 to the power of 2, ma'am. Now it's positive.
How did
And
it
then,
positive?
ma'am,
How did it become positive?
ma'am, I said 1 over 5 to the negative 2, which makes it positive, ma'am.
You said 1 over, but you
5,
never told me about 1 over thing. 1 over 5 to the power of 2. When did you tell me about that? Let's restart it.
okay, ma'am. So,
Mm.
ma'am, I made 2, I kept 2 as a numerator, ma'am.
Mm?
And then, ma'am,
Mm.
on, like, on the side, ma'am, I said
And
1 over 5 to the negative 2, ma'am, which makes it positive, ma'am, like 5 to the positive 2, ma'am.
on the side. What do you mean on the side?
Ma'am, I worked it out on the side, ma'am. I changed it on the side, ma'am, to make it a positive.
But I need you to no, not on the side. I want you to bring it here.
Ma'am, ish, ma'am.
Okay, guys. This is what's gonna happen. Okay. It's going to be 2 divided by. I said if we want to change the exponent from negative to positive, we're going to say 1 over the whole thing. Now the exponent will become positive, right? So it's going to be 1 over 5 to the power of 2. Ne? I'm going to put this in brackets simply because I already have divided by here and I just don't want to confuse myself, okay? And then now I'm going to say, okay, can I write this divided by, I mean, yes, that divided by, like with a normal divide by that I'm used to, this one over here, and then divided by 1 over 5 to the power of 2. And when you have something like this, um, you can do what? You can do what we call cross multiply, right? We are swapping uh if you swap the division with multiplication, your numerator becomes your denominator and your denominator becomes your numerator for the side only. So it's going to be 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2 divided by 1, okay? And then 5 multiplied by, I mean 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2 is the same as 2 multiplied by 25, which is equal to 50. Is that clear, Bakaisu? So in simple terms, if we have it here, we can say 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 2. We can say that this 5 to the power of -2, we can bring it up, okay? But we have to show that we are multiplying it with the numerator. All right, so we can say we are bringing it back. So basically, this is how I showed you the longest way of how to do this one. Are we happy? Everybody happy? Any question? Grace, Langeli, Busi, any question?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
no. Are we all good? Are we all good?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, let's look at another question. They say simplify the following fully. We have in brackets -5 WZ, everything in brackets to the power of 2, open bracket -2 W squared Z, close the bracket 50 W to the power of -1 Z, and let's see. Um, how are we going to do this one, guys? How are we going to simplify it? What's the first step? Busi, what's the first step?
Um, since there's exponent 2, ma'am, outside the brackets, we need to. So, ma'am, I'm gonna say -5 to the power of 2, ma'am, and then, ma'am, it's gonna be W 1 times 2, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'm basically showing how I put the 2 into the bracket, ma'am.
Are you saying -5 to the power of 2
And
W?
then W 1 times 2, and then Z 1 times 2, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ma'am, I was still working it out. Then, ma'am, but then I get 25. Oh, -25. Then W squared. Then Z squared. And then, ma'am, I rewrite the -2 W to the power of 2 Z, ma'am.
I think for you to not get confused by the signs, Busisi Wene, you're going to open the bracket -5 W Z, close the bracket -5 W Z, close the bracket, and then we can write the other one -2 W squared Z, close the bracket, divided by 50 W -1 Z. Okay.
Oh yeah, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. It is positive 25, ma'am, not negative.
Okay, good. So, what is it that we're gonna do? We're going to multiply this with that, okay? So, -5 will multiply with -5, and then we're going to get how much? We're going to get 25 as which is said over here, 25. And then W multiplied by W is going to be W squared. And then Z multiplied by Z is going to be Z squared. And then we're going to open bracket and rewrite -2W squared Z, okay? And then our numerator will remain like that. I mean, will be like that. And then the denominator will remain the same. So it's 50 W -1 to the power of -1 Z, okay? And then now we're going to move to the next step, Langelihle, where we're going to multiply this with that, okay? Oh no, 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 what happened? Oh no, okay. Yes, 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 yeah. Okay, where we're going to multiply this with that. Let's see. Undo to do this. Okay, and then we're going to have 25 multiplied by -2. We're going to have negative 20. Sorry, -15. And then we're going to multiply W squared with the W squared is going to be W to the power of 4, because W squared multiplied by W squared is the same as W to the power of 2 plus 2, which is the same as W to the power of 4 that you are seeing over here. And then again, we're going to have Z squared multiplying Z, which is going to be Z to the power of 3, because when we are multiplying the same basis, we add the exponents. So Z to the power of 2 multiplied by Z is the same as Z to the power of 2 plus 1, which is equal to the 3 that I'm showing you over there. And then we're going to divide with, we're going to divide with 50 W to the power of -1 Z. Okay. So now, from what I'm seeing over here, guys, we have 50 and we have 50. So they can simply just cancel each other because they are the same, but we still have a negative over here. Now, don't get confused. Now we have W, we have W, we have Z. So what we can do, we can bring these guys to the numerator, okay? We can bring them to the numerators, okay? So they can do the most over there, okay? Let's see, let's see. So if we're bringing them to the numerator, that the exponent will change the sign. If it's positive, it'll become a negative. If it's negative, it's going to become a positive, right? So we're going to have a W to the power of 4. To the power of 4. So remember this W, when it goes up, when you're dividing the same basis, you less the exponent, or the exponent switches, okay? Now it's going to be 4 minus what? -1, okay? Are we happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. And then we're going to have Z to the power of 3 minus 1. There's 1 here. -1, okay? So we have what? We will have W, we have W to the power of 4 plus 1. See, when I said it's going to change the sign, this is how it changes the sign. But initially, we are saying when we are dividing the same base, we less the exponents, right? So it's going to be minus -1 in brackets, okay? Because I didn't want to just say W to the power of 4 plus 1. I want to show you how I got to this positive one that you're seeing over here, right? But yeah, it's advisable to show it. So it's w to the power of 4 plus 1 z to the power of 3 minus 1, and then w to the power of 5 z to the power of 2. So it's w to the power of 5 z squared. That is going to be our final answer. Are we happy?
Mom,
Mm.
when I type negative 50 over 50 into my calculator, it gave me negative 1. Do I have to write the negative 1 in the answer?
When you type, sorry guys, thank you so much. I forgot about the negative. Remember, I said that the negative will remain there. So we have a negative. So our answers are supposed to be negative. So it's going to be negative w to the power of 5 z to the power of 2. So if it's negative 1, you can't say negative 1 w to the power of 5 z to the power of 2. So because everything to the power of negative 1 is the same. So you're just gonna say, sorry, 1 multiplied by the everything is that very same thing that you're multiplying the 1 with. But if it's negative 1, that means now that it's going to change the sign. If it's positive, it's going to be negative. If it's negative, it's going to be positive. Whatever that you're multiplying with negative 1. Because now in this case, we are multiplying a positive with a negative 1 that you are asking about. That's why the final answer have to be negative w to the power of 5 z to the power of 2. Ne? Are we good, Grace?
Yes,
Ne-
ma'am.
Missed that. Okay. Any questions so far? Um, yeah. Any question?
No, no.
No question.
No, ma'am.
Okay, guys. This is the last question for the day. And uh if you manage to do it just after I end the lesson, just let me know. If you are able to do it, you can take a screenshot of this now. If you are able to do it and you don't understand, you're welcome to ask a question on the next lesson that we're gonna be having, or you can send me a WhatsApp text saying showing me what you did, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? Did you guys take the
Yes,
screen?
ma'am.
Did you guys take the screenshot?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Guys, if you are all happy, and that means I'm happy. And I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Ne? And the rest of your week. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Ne? I'll see you guys on Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye.